Hey Kira, what's your favorite game to play with your friends?
I have to be honest, I love party games. I like games that require zero explanation, zero strategy.
Okay.
And they're just fun.
Do
and they make
you
laugh.
have an example?
Yes. So I think my favorite game to play with my friends is one called, in my head, the fishbowl game.
Oh, yeah, I know
Have you heard
it.
of it?
Yeah.
So I said it didn't require explanation, but I'm going to explain it anyway. What you do is everybody writes down like 2 names, 2 places, and 2 things. You fold up the paper, put it in a bowl, and then the first round is you have to describe that thing in as many words as you need. Mm-hmm. The second round, you can only use 1 word to describe it. And the third round, you can only mime it. So you can imagine that it gets progressively more unhinged, worse as you go along. I think anything that just makes me laugh. Like also on the TV and on your phone, you can play these things called Jackbox games.
Oh yeah, I know those too. Those are
They're
also
really
fun.
Yeah, I like those kind of games.
Nice.
So I'm already throwing it out to our listeners because I want inspiration for the next time that I play the fishbowl game. What names, places, and things should I include? Oh, do you have suggestions, Christine?
The Friends cookie jar is a thing.
Great. That will be so easy for people to guess.
Not at all, but as people, Jennifer Aniston, Phoebe Buffay,
Christina Schumacher.
of course, Keira
Yes.
Murphy.
Well, then, okay, good. I like these suggestions. Mm-hmm. If our listeners have any further suggestions, you know where to find us, and we will certainly be telling you later in the episode. But, Christine, how about you? What is your favorite game to play with your friends?
Well, I don't play this game very often because the game that I really, really, really love is Ligretto. It's a card game, and it's very aggressive.
Oh.
It was I never play it now, but I used to play it when I was...
Did you get banned from playing it because
No.
you got too aggressive?
No, we were all...
I'm sensing a theme with our episode today as well.
No. We were all very aggressive. So it was it was a team effort, but it was a card game and you had to be super quick and everyone just played at the same time. It's a while back, so I don't quite remember exactly how it went, but I do know that I loved it.
Okay.
But with my friends now, we often play 30 seconds.
And what's that?
30 seconds.
Ah.
You don't know. It's you grab a card and then there are 5 things on there, like also characters, people, places, TV shows, music, whatever. And then you have to also describe that to them what it is without saying the word and without saying it in English and all kinds of rules that you cannot. Yeah.
And without saying it in English, I would be great at that game.
Oh yeah.
No wonder I haven't heard of it.
We play it in Dutch, of course, but yeah, it's. Do I have an example? Brown hair. She plays a character. She likes to clean.
Courtney Cox.
Yeah! 10 points for you!
Yay!
Yeah, so of course this was a very obvious theme. But that's pretty much the gist of the game.
We're talking about the same kind of games then. That's great. Yeah. We should play more games together, Christine.
Of course, sure.
Ooh, Friends of Friends special edition game night.
I would love that.
Great.
Please.
Well, perfect, because today we are talking about getting ultra competitive over poker, failing to hide a crush, and losing your dream job. It's season 1, episode 18 of Friends.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello and welcome to Friends of Friends, the ultimate Friends rewatch podcast. I'm Keira Murphy.
And I'm Christina Schumacher, and we are back rewatching the entire Friends series.
Why? Well, number 1, because it's my version of a competitive sport. And number 2, because we want to watch it with you.
So each week, we'll be rewatching an episode of Friends, talking about it, sharing behind-the-scenes content, and discussing anything and everything about the show that shaped an entire generation.
So, before we get into it, Christine, if your week was an episode of Friends, what would it be called?
Well, last time I promised you a very interesting title.
You did indeed.
But it's only the title that's...
Every time you're going to get one thing slightly better. Eventually, maybe by season 10, we'll have a great title and a great story.
Who knows? I just have a boring life, I guess. I don't know.
But... I love your life.
The one with the raccoon.
Okay. What? You don't have raccoons in this country, do you?
We don't?
No.
Oh, well
What
then...
did you see?
No,
This is an interesting title.
It is an interesting title, but the explanation makes it all clear. Because I am not talking about the animal, I am talking about the band.
Oh.
It's a Dutch band. It's called Raccoon with 1 C instead of 2.
Okay.
And,
Does that mean anything, or it's still the animal?
No, I don't know if it's... I don't know.
Okay.
It's just 1 C instead of 2. So, but we went to an outside concert of them. And it was like a picnic / bonfire concert. It was really fun, but the rain...
And what does that mean? You bring your own food, or you have a bonfire, or...
It's like, it was in the garden of a castle.
Okay.
And you had to bring... You had VIP places where you had a chair, VIP. And there was just a plain sheet of grass, and you had to bring your own picnic blankets or your very, very, very tiny chairs, because they were very strict. And then there were like food stalls, but it was super cozy and small. I was expecting a huge, like a concert, like a regular concert with like, I don't know, 10,000, no more, 50,000 people or something.
Yeah.
But this was, I guess, maybe
10.
No.
It's just
maybe,
you and your friends.
No, I wish. Maybe like 200 or something.
Oh,
it was
like, yeah, you were
very
VIP.
Tiny. Yeah, it was very fun, and just food stalls. Yeah, very well taken care of. Just the rain sucked a little bit.
Well, I mean, your own fault for living here, I suppose.
Yeah, true. And having the concert in September, so, not so great. But overall, very good music, and they were amazing.
Oh, good.
Really, really amazing. I was impressed. So...
Nice.
Yeah,
okay, that was an interesting story. Don't sell yourself short.
That's good. That's good to hear. Thank you. But what about you, Kira? If your week was an episode of Friends, what would it be called?
Well, my week would be called The One with the Fort. No, you know what? I'm going to change that. The one where we built a fort.
Ooh, did you build it out of blankets?
Did you build a fort? Yes, I did.
No.
Indeed. Well, yes, and other things. So I think somehow, just the minute I hit 30, I didn't have a crisis, I'm loving being 30, but I feel like everything I do is just regressing to childhood. I went to the water park a few weeks ago. We roasted s'mores, as I told you before, and now... I just decided on a Friday evening we're gonna build a fort in the living room.
I love that. I never do it, but maybe when I turn 30 I will do it again.
I recommend it. You should make a bucket list for like what you're gonna do in your 30s. Yeah. I think it will make it more fun, especially if, as you claim, your life is a little bit boring. Spice it up.
Mm-hmm. So, by building a blanket fort.
This is a perfect room for a fort. I can help you. I can provide structural guidance.
Oh yes, please tell me.
Well, isn't it? Basically, ours was a very rudimentary fort, let me be honest. But, it had everything you need.
Okay.
It had the sheet for a roof. Mm-hmm. It had blankets on the floor, cushions galore. We also brought like some stuffed toys to sit at the entrance as guards. There were fairy lights throughout. Even a little bedside table, Christine.
Oh, wow.
To hold.
Oh, so you created a bed. So you also slept.
Yeah, we had a sleepover.
Oh,
yeah.
That's next level. I never did that.
And you know what? It was really nice. I think it was whimsical to stay there. It also felt like kind of like a staycation because we were not sleeping in our bed.
Yeah, it's a new setting.
Yeah.
I get it, yeah.
I will be honest, we woke up feeling horrible in the morning because there was not enough padding on the floor.
Oh.
It was quite hard to sleep on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was a nice experience, and I'm glad we did it.
Nice.
I ticked it off of my 30 bucket list.
Yeah, it sounds wonderful. Really, like back to your childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
nice.
Let's work on that bucket list for you, Christine.
Yes, I'll start writing. So are you ready, Kira?
Oh, I absolutely am. Let's get into it. This week we'll be discussing Season 1, Episode 18, The One with All the Poker. Originally aired on March 2nd, 1995, this episode was written by Jeff Astroff and Mike Sikowitz and directed by James Burrows.
And in addition to our regular cast, we only have one person actually, and that is Beverly Garland as Aunt Iris.
But doesn't she bring so much to the episode?
I think she's only in there for like 30 seconds. So but she is a cool person, a cool aunt.
Exactly.
Definitely.
And well, clearly the people loved Aunt Iris and the episode as a whole, because this episode is ranked as 8.7 out of 10 on IMDb.
Oh, wow. I didn't expect that. That's really, really high.
We're back with our... I said last time that I wanted a heavy hitter or else an episode that sucked.
Yeah.
And we're back at the high end of the spectrum. So this is, one of the highest episodes of season 1, I think. So Christine, can you give us a brief overview of today's episode?
Of course. In this episode, Rachel sends out resumes to try and secure a job in the fashion industry, while the girls get a poker lesson in an attempt to beat the boys.
Well, I already have our first Friends fact of the day, and I have to be honest, it's one of my favorite Friends facts that we've had, because I found out that the plot of this episode was actually inspired from the cast playing poker together on set.
Oh, that's actually interesting, because I can't imagine, or I didn't imagine that they had a lot of free time to play a whole game of poker.
No, well, I don't know. Maybe there's a quick version of poker that we haven't heard of. But I guess, when the crew's setting up, or perhaps when, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe changing scenes or something, or...
Yeah.
I have no idea. I guess, they have spare... Maybe between rehearsals and stuff?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to know who won in real life.
Ooh, I think I would love to have Phoebe win.
Honestly, well, we know that she has the highest IQ out of the cast, right?
Yeah. So maybe.
But
that would be such a boss move.
True.
So this episode begins with the gang banding together to help Rachel send off her resumes.
Yes, and of course we start today's episode in Monica and Rachel's apartment. And I know that I say this every week, but I want to say that I saw new things.
I also saw some new stuff. Yeah,
finally.
But it's only later in the episode.
Oh,
I guess it's also already here in this overview.
Perchance. The new things that I saw were on the fridge.
Okay.
Did you see any of those? I saw
a cartoon or comic, a illustration of 2 people or something.
Christine, we've seen that before.
Yeah.
That was the wedding invite that I think we had.
Yeah.
I'm already winning the eagle eye. The things that I saw this week was, I think, a postcard from London. I couldn't really tell. It was from somewhere. And then a photo of a little girl.
That's not creepy at all.
Didn't look like... It could have been a young Rachel. From my recollection, she had blonde hair. So
I think, she has blonde hair.
Ish.
So,
yeah.
Ish. Dark blonde.
Yeah.
No, it could be her. Yeah, true.
There you go.
Very much.
Maybe it is.
I really need to pay more attention. I did see a picture of Monica and Ross on the table next to the couch.
A new one?
No, I don't think it's new. But now I could see it more clear. And I was like, oh, that's Ross.
Oh, good.
So that's good. And I also saw, if we're going to talk about new things, but you don't see it here, but there's also, I think, a new ceramic bird on the chair. The one chair, it has a side table.
Okay.
It's on there.
Excellent.
Yeah.
They're just going thrift shopping every single week.
I do the same. To be honest, I do the same. But what I also really loved about this scene is that it reminded me very much of the Seven Dwarfs.
Oh.
And also the song that they were whistling.
Yeah.
And I looked it up, the original song from Snow White. And it was the song "Whistle While You Work." Whistle while you work. And then that's all I know.
That's great. And that has nothing to do with today's episode.
But it was just that vibe.
Well, I did find out what they were whistling.
Oh, okay.
Friends fact. So in the beginning of this episode, the friends are whistling the Colonel Bogey March, strange name, which is a British march that was composed in 1914. So this is clearly a timeless tune.
Yeah, probably brought up by Ross. I think it was him.
Oh yeah,
most likely.
100%.
But overall, very sweet that they are helping Rachel, of course, with the resumes. She is applying to a lot of random stuff.
Well, yeah. So firstly, I also agree. I thought it was so cute that they work together, and I think that's a theme that we see a lot. Is just the friends when they're not bullying each other, which I don't like, but they actually do really help each other out. And the fact that they all got together to help Rachel do every single part, aside from writing the resume, which maybe she needed the most help with. But yeah, it was kind of cute. And the fact also she's sending out, well, number one, she's sending out resumes to the most bizarre companies you've ever heard of, but also she doesn't want to be a waitress anymore.
No, she's taking steps to further her career, but Is she already
At
aware?
what was it, a mechanic or?
Yeah, like, is it already clear for her that she wants to do fashion? Or I'm not sure if we know that at this point. Of course, we will figure it out later in the series that she's going to go into fashion, which I think fits her very well. But I don't think that's clear here yet. I think she's still searching through all the job things and career paths and stuff like that. So
Yeah, maybe she just doesn't want a job where she's dropping pencils in people's drinks anymore.
No.
Which honestly is probably a good idea for her.
True.
So we continue at Central Perk, where Ross continues to pine after Rachel, whilst the guys reveal that Joey cried last night after losing a game of poker.
Aw, poor thing. It's such a Joey thing. Of course, he made a mistake because there was chocolate on the card, which made the 3 look like an 8, and that's why he made a mistake and lost. But that's such a Joey thing to have chocolate on his cards.
Oh, it's also a me thing, though,
Yeah?
if we're being honest.
No,
I could not play poker unless there was chocolate involved. I would play poker for chocolate.
But I don't like it if my hands are dirty, or like the touch of chocolate and then touching other stuff. No.
Have you never eaten like nachos, Christine?
Yeah, but then I'm only eating nachos, not playing cards at the same time. So that's the difference.
What a refined lady you are. Well, since we're talking a little bit about food, because Rachel at one point in this scene mentions apple cinnamon scones, and I was like, oh, I would order one of them.
That sounds so good.
Right now.
Yeah.
And I wonder whether you noticed this as well, but I really, from this whole episode, I just got like autumn vibes.
Yeah, it's true. Also, of course, the apple cinnamon, that's such a classic for fall. And I guess maybe because the weather in the Netherlands is currently also quite fallish. So yeah, this but I'm looking forward to fall, to be honest. And this episode also made me look forward to it even more.
Have we already had a Thanksgiving episode? We must have, right? They just had Christmas.
with the tosti.
Oh, yeah.
The grilled cheese,
yeah,
sorry.
ripping grilled cheeses apart with the disgusting. But I also noticed like everyone was dressed really autumnally in like
sweaters and nice and
like
cozy.
brown and beige. So I don't know. It's kind of weird that this aired in March, but maybe they do things differently in New York.
Yeah, they do things differerly, I guess. Yeah, but what's also a funny thing is that I am starting to notice regulars in Central Perk.
Oh,
There's a certain lady, an older lady, and she was wearing an orange sweater. She is always there, and I did also see some new faces, but yeah, I also saw the regular lady she's there very, very often, to be honest.
That's so nice. I would love to have a regular cafe that I just went to all the time, but
And
I'll be honest with
you.
the coffee is so overpriced here. I'm like, I don't want to go out.
And I also don't really know any cozy cafes.
Yeah, it would have to be very gezellig. Right?
Yeah, gezellig and close by.
Yes.
Dus you're not gonna cycle have to the city to go to your cafe.
Well, there you go. Christine and Kira's cafe. Let's open it.
I would honestly love that. A Friends-themed cafe. How cool would that be? Oh my god.
Perfect new business plan. Well, also, I'm going full on food and drinks here. Did you see the size of Chandler's mug?
Yeah. It was like a small planter.
Plant pot, yeah.
Plant pot.
But I'm like, okay, if that's full of coffee, no wonder he was hopping all over the place in previous episodes.
Yeah.
He doesn't need 11 espressos. He can just drink one of those and he'll be fine.
Yeah, it's huge. It's freaking huge, yeah.
But in the interest of science, I actually researched whether it is a fact that everything is bigger in the States, right? Like, do they really serve coffees that big when we'd expect them to be so much smaller?
Yeah.
And I did find some information about like sodas. Mm-hmm. So in the UK, a small soda would be 250 ml. Yeah. In the US, it's 473 ml.
Holy moly.
So nearly twice as much. And then a large in the UK, 500 ml, which is enough, I think. You never really want more than that.
No.
In the US, 887 milliliters.
No. Why?
Of like Coca-Cola. Can you imagine in one sitting drinking almost a liter of Coke?
That's insane. That's really insane.
I know that we have some listeners who live in the States. So maybe drop into our DMs and tell us like, do you like that?
And does it take you like the whole day to drink it, or do you drink it?
It's very efficient though.
Yeah, you can just log your giant cup around, I guess. But I don't know. It would get room temperature and stuff, so I don't know how to do it. But his cup was huge. Another thing I noticed that was also huge was Joey's jacket.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was also very big. Also almost floor length. And then still like a lot of fabric, and his shoulder pads were like halfway down his arms.
Oh, that's 90s fashion for you.
Yeah, that's also true. Very 90s fashion, but also big. Everything is bigger in America, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. Well, we find out in this scene, right, that the boys are engaged in this game of poker, that apparently, women don't play, but they are welcome to play, which is nice. And I'm wondering, Christine, have you ever been left out of something because you were a woman? Well, the fact that you're hesitating is a good sign.
Yeah, because I don't really think so. I have pretty... Like, I have friends that always include everyone, I guess. So I didn't really notice... I can't think of anything right now. So I think, that's a good thing.
That's a good sign.
Did it ever happen to you, or...?
Not to me personally, but I'm going to out my dad here because I was very frustrated when I was younger that he was a member of an all-male investment club.
Oh.
And they didn't... At that time, they didn't allow women to join.
Wow.
Which
That's
I did not approve. It's very old-fashioned,
Yeah, old school,
I think.
yeah.
So I was not a fan of that. I believe after that, they did open the doors to women, and no women joined, which I don't think is a big surprise.
No, if it has been male only for so long, then...
Yeah, exactly. So I'm glad that the guys were not like that. Okay, fair enough. They had been playing poker without the girls up until this point, but the fact that they were so welcome to let them join, even though they didn't really know how to play, more power to them.
Yeah,
so,
true.
Let's get more friends like the friends.
Yes, please. So, back at the apartment, the girls take on the guys in their first game of poker.
Aw, first and definitely not the last, if the episode title is to tell us anything.
And the first thing I immediately noticed was, again, the half circle around the table.
Yes.
So, because, of course, they need a place for the camera to look into it.
Yeah, I actually have a friend's fact about that.
Oh?
Well, it's a little bit later in the episode, I think in one of the many rounds of poker, but you can tell when they're all sitting around the table, there's a space left between, in this case, Phoebe and Chandler to allow for room for the camera. However, there's another shot where it's a bird's eye view.
Oh, yeah.
And they're all equally spaced around the table. So good that you had your eagle eye on there.
Yeah, because it just seems so unnatural.
To be sitting so far away from your friends.
And everyone's like a little bit cramped.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you have so much space, just move. But yeah, I also get that they have to put the camera somewhere now. Otherwise, you're just gonna be looking at the back of Phoebe and Chandler. So it's also weird. But yeah, that's just the thing I immediately noticed.
Well, I'm wondering, now that we're talking about Chandler, I'm wondering whether you thought the same thing, because I thought at the beginning of this scene, when Chandler was trying to teach everybody how to play, it looked like he was going to break character.
He did?
I think so, yeah. So he was like, so now we draw cards. And I could see this grin on his face.
I just thought he was being sarcastic again. His sarcastic self. I thought it was, but...
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know.
But I'm like, yeah, I would also crack up a little bit if I was in charge of being that ridiculous.
Yeah, that's true. And I did really, really love how the girls then played poker.
This is my kind of poker.
Yeah, then Monica said, I don't need any, right? Because I have a straight. And then the girls were like, oh, good for you. So cute. And then again, when Phoebe asks for something, for like, oh, she only needs
a 10 of spades.
A 10 of spades. And then Rachel's like, oh, you can have mine here. And then everyone's like, no, don't do that. But it's just so funny and so cute.
Well, you'll be pleased to know she didn't.
Oh?
Ooh.
What?
I love how every time I tease you with a friend's fact, your response is like, oh. Super cute. Yes, well, I don't think this was intentional. And also, I paused it as effectively as I could. But you know, I don't watch this on a huge television. So maybe I couldn't see it very well. But the internet, which is always reliable, tells me that when Rachel hands Phoebe the 10 of spades, it's actually a 10 of hearts.
Oh, that's a rookie mistake because that's red and black. So you see clearly the difference to the camera.
I don't know whether that was, maybe they just ran out. They didn't have any 10 of spades in the deck.
Yeah. Yeah, I also read a friend's fact, that they, of course, always showed never showed the real cards.
Yeah.
Because then they were saying like, oh, I have a flush. And then the cards in their hands didn't match at all. So they always kept it like, face down on the table. Which I understand because if it's not right, then it's going to be awkward.
Awkward.
Yeah, so I get it. But then again, why did they make this mistake? That's weird.
Yeah, rookie mistake.
Yeah,
rookie
a little
mistake.
bit sloppy, I guess.
But this is definitely the type of poker I would like to play. Firstly, because it's such a supportive group and everyone's a winner. But also, like, hello, if I had a friend like Monica who was making me ridiculously unpronounceable, delicious food,
I know.
and all I have to do is show up, I'm like, yes.
And then Joey whining about it. I mean, it's food. Eat it.
Well, I mean, he does have a point, but you would disagree because he says that the ideal poker food is stuff like chips and dip.
And pretz.
But those are things that are going to get messy.
Oh, yeah, sticky hands. You don't want that. No, true.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, he needs to stop whining. Just needs to eat his food and just move on. And there's one part about this scene as well is when Phoebe is afterwards when they've done playing poker and Phoebe is like, so I see. So then you were lying, and then they have a couple of words.
No bluffing.
Yeah, that was bluffing. Aha. So what is bluffing? Is it not another word for lying?
I mean, she has a valid point.
She has a point, but she just doesn't know what bluffing is.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, they really don't have any knowledge about poker.
I mean, that's fair. I also don't really know anything about poker, so.
No, but you know, like a little bit of the basics. You know bluffing.
Do I, Christine?
Oh, I know. And then maybe
Christine
that's
knows.
also...
You know a full house. You know
No.
a smack a jack. You know
I did used to play a little bit of poker.
Oh my
Back in the
gosh.
day.
Aha, that's where you made your millions.
Yes, I'm rich. No, I wish. I really sucked at it. I tried my very best, but I guess my mom always says if you're not lucky in the game, then you're lucky in love.
Oh.
And I'm not that either, so... Oh, man.
Oh, no. Well, Christine, what did you think of Ross No More Mr. Nice Guy?
Oh, horrible. But also hilarious.
Yeah?
Yeah, of course, with the clap, clap, clap.
Oh, my gosh,
Oh.
yeah. Do you know what? That really reminded me. I don't know whether your parents ever did this, but when my dad wanted to discipline me, he would be like, I'm gonna count to 3.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
1,
2.
and then, like, what happens after 3?
I don't know.
Because this is exactly what
That's a
Ross
bluff.
did, right? He was like, once those cards are dealt,
Clap,
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 clap.
What does that mean?
Yeah, and then Joey's like, and?
Fair point.
Yeah, it is fair.
Indeed.
And then he has to awkwardly say, I'm not a nice guy. Like, come on.
We believe you, Ross.
No, he is too much of a teddy bear to be not a nice guy. So
She's twirling her hair again.
I am not. I am not.
Christine longs for the day when this becomes a video podcast and I can't spread these vicious rumors
Yeah,
about
you can't
her.
lie anymore.
I'm bluffing, Christine.
Oh, bluffing, of course. Yes.
Well, anyway, at Ross's apartment, the guys try to get Ross to admit that he's still not over Rachel, whilst Marcel shows off his new favorite song.
Oh, I like the song. It's a nice song.
What is it? The lion sleeps
In the
tonight,
jungle,
right?
the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
Are you ready for me to...
Ba, 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 ba. Sorry.
No, continue.
No. I'm good.
Well, I was wondering if you were ready for me to ruin that song for you. Oh.
No?
Well, I have to, Christine, because it's a
Aw.
Friends fact. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
So, of course, we know the song that Ross's monkey Marcel plays incessantly is The Lion Sleeps Tonight by The Tokens, which was, I hate to say it, it was also used during the sex scene that Courtney Cox performed with Jim Carrey in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
No.
Oh.
Why?
I'm
And why
sorry.
even that song? That doesn't. It didn't watch that movie or
No,
series or
me
whatever,
neither.
and it just doesn't make sense in my head to have that type of song with a sex scene.
Well, I think that's known for being a bit of an out there movie.
Yeah, Jim Carrey is of course comedy, so I guess it. I just don't want to know. I'm never gonna watch it.
Well,
You've ruined it.
I don't know, if I can convince you otherwise, I will tell you that Ace also had a monkey identical to Marcel called Spike.
Okay.
No, you're not convinced.
No.
Okay. Who knows? Maybe it was. I don't think it was Katie the monkey.
Oh, so.
We never know. But final thoughts on Marcel, the monkey in this scene. His dancing is just looped.
I
right?
know. I saw the exact same thing. Like when he was bouncing, it was
I was like,
so looped.
that doesn't look very natural.
No, it doesn't look right.
But I was really happy that we made our way back to Ross's apartment because we haven't been there in a long time, I think.
Yeah, it felt like a long time ago and lots of new stuff.
Yes.
Or maybe that was there before.
Tell
but
me, what did you see?
My first thought was that there was a witch's broom next to the door, but it turned out it was just a big knife or like a big
giant sword, right?
Yeah, a giant sword. And what I really loved, and I saw another thing. Wait, I saw a shark lamp or kind of a
plastic shark. Was it a lamp?
I'm not sure. It was next to a lamp, so I was kind of imagining it from the shark to the base and then turning into a lamp.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
I follow.
And then on the other side, I saw a genie lamp.
Oh,
A genie bottle.
Yeah, okay.
But it was kind of cartoony. So maybe you bought it at Disney or something. Because that was the vibe that it gave me. Like a very bubbly genie bottle.
Perfect. I wonder what kind of genie is inside there.
A fat one. Sorry, no. That was the worst joke ever. No, I'm so sorry.
Well, before we let Christine offend anyone else, I also noticed a couple of things in Russ's apartment. There was on one wall the Speed Racer show poster. Mm-hmm. I also saw what I think was a poster in Russian? Question mark?
Yeah, that gave me like Star Trek vibes.
Okay.
Maybe Klingon. Is that that's I think a Star Trek language or something?
Is.
Yeah.
Looked pretty Russian to me, but you. There was a big brass butterfly on the wall that was cute. Very easy to spot. And then I think the strangest thing for me was like I was wondering what it was, and then it reminded me in the very first episode when Carol walks in and Ross pulls the Neanderthal's hand out by accident. Yeah. And I think the Neanderthal hand was just sitting there on top of his cabinet.
That's weird.
It is. He took it out and he was like, he doesn't need a hand anymore.
No,
so.
He's just gonna take it.
Yeah.
And there's one final thing I want that I saw, but I also couldn't really place it. It was bright yellow and orange on top. And I think later I saw that it was a vase, but it was like a weird plushie, like a hairy plushie on top. And it looked very, very weird, but it drew my attention because it was so bright, and I was just thinking, what is that? But
I forgot how big opinions you have on interior design.
Yeah.
I'm having flashback of Carol and Susan's apartment, and Christine's like, I hate everything.
No, I don't hate everything. I hated the wall with the bricks, like the painted white bricks. I don't like that.
Okay.
Sorry. But the rest was good. I liked looking at all the different little objects and decorations, and very much Ross.
Perfect. When are you moving in?
Never. I have my own home. Excuse me. I don't want to live with Ross.
Fair enough. Can't argue with that.
So back at Monica's, the girls discuss Monica's competitive streak before Aunt Iris arrives to give them all a poker lesson.
Christine, who's the most competitive person in your family?
Ooh, I don't know.
If you don't know, it's you.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't play to win. I just play to play.
Yeah. Let's ask your family members if they agree.
No. I don't care to win. I like playing, and I'm very I am very competitive with just playing, I guess. What about you in your family?
Well, as I said, I don't love like strategy games, so for the most part I also feel like I play to have fun, but where this differs is with things like anything that requires general knowledge, like a pub quiz or something, because I like knowing the answers to things, and I like being the first person to like put my hand up or write them down. So I think not intentionally, it's just because I'm like, oh, I know that.
Yeah. That's a nice
and I want to get it out.
So
with things like that, I think I can be quite competitive.
Nice. That's always a nice feeling to know something. Yeah, true.
That's why I'm filling myself up on all these friends facts.
I really enjoy the friends of friends facts.
Well, I shall add it to my resume.
Yeah.
And of course, speaking of resumes, Rachel has an interview with Sax.
So this is the first time we actually see Rachel's interest, I guess, because Saks is a fashion store, right? She will become...
Yeah, I believe, well, the most famous is Saks Fifth Avenue. I don't know if there are other Sakses out there.
But then, yeah, of course, she explains later what the function will be, what the job will be, and then it's assistant buyer.
Yeah.
I'll be shopping for a living.
Well, right. So we know that she sent out resumes to literally everything.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm aware, she has no qualifications. She has no skills.
No. Yeah, she does. I guess her skills are fashion. She dresses very nice. I think she's very fashionable.
And do you think that's enough to get you...
No. You need... Well, maybe in that day and age, it was less so that you had to have like a degree and stuff. But yeah, now you really do to have like a little paper with your degree. But I guess maybe then back in the day, if you were stylish, you were going to be good at fashion jobs. I don't know. I'm not sure. That's just my guess.
But how would they know that from her resume?
Just by the way she looks.
They've never seen her.
Oh, right.
Maybe she just printed out a picture of herself modeling different outfits and sent that in.
Maybe that could be true. I don't know.
Fair enough. And then we meet the lovely Aunt Iris, who I believe is Monica's aunt, right?
I think so, yeah.
And yeah, I understand that she's only in this episode for like 30 seconds, but I'll be honest with you, I like her energy.
Yeah, she's very cool. Also, like coming in and saying, I think I just hit Tony Randall. And then the girls are like, oh my god. But did you actually know, I have a friend's fact for you right now, that Tony Randall actually died in 2004.
Was he hit by it?
No, I think just old age.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a better way to die, I guess.
Yeah.
Than being hit by Aunt Iris on the road.
Yeah, no, true. But I loved her vibe. She was very badass. And,
yeah, and just goes straight into it, like bluffing like nobody's business. Let me tell you something. Everything you hear at a poker game is pure crap. And then to Phoebe, nice earrings.
Yeah, hilarious. And also not even introducing herself, just saying, I'm parked on a meter.
Let's go. That's a valid point. Like, it is a valid point. Time is money. And if the girls play their cards right, I didn't intend for that to be such a great pun, but they might be making some money themselves. So.
Yeah, and if we're talking about Phoebe, I think she looked great here. She was, she gave me witchy vibes. She was wearing a very dark, long dress, and then her hair also in a certain way. And I was like, that's cool. She looks really cool.
Nice. We should be using this series as, fashion advice.
Yeah. I do have a Pinterest page with all kinds of friends' outfits.
Oh, that's so cool.
As inspiration, yeah.
I think... Yeah. I would definitely be more Rachel in terms of my fashion. Just like she's chill. She wears like cute t-shirts, jeans.
Yeah, because Monica sometimes wears very weird stuff.
Also, definitely more professional.
Yeah, and Phoebe is maybe a little bit too...
out there.
Yeah, a little bit too hippie.
Well, I think, if all else fails, we can just start dressing like Lizzie.
Who's Lizzie again? Oh, the co-worker from Chandler.
Nope.
No? Who's Lizzie?
How could you possibly forget Lizzie with her iconic fashion, including a tinfoil hat?
Oh, that Lizzie. No, she looked like garbage.
Oh my gosh,
I'm making the joke because she was a hobo.
Oh, actually, I did not get your pun, and now I'm so impressed.
Thank you.
Well done.
I did my very best.
Well, we continue with round 2 of poker. Rachel arrives excited about how well her interview went, and the girls get ready to show off their new poker skills.
And I love that, then again, they are showing off their poker skills, and Rachel does the card trick, but it's so obvious that it's one of those trick card decks.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
I was so impressed.
No. It is one of those trick card decks. They are kind of wired together, I guess.
Yeah.
And then you can like whip them.
Oh.
Like she did.
That makes perfect sense, because there I was thinking like, oh my gosh, they really taught Jennifer Aniston how to do that cool thing.
I don't think so.
Well,
it looks
Christine,
very fake.
I used to know how to do card tricks.
Really?
Yeah. This is so sad because I don't anymore.
Oh.
But during the pandemic that shall not be named, I taught myself card tricks off of YouTube. And they were really cool.
That's so fun.
And the only people I had to show them were my parents.
Aww.
So like every day I would go downstairs and be like, hey, Can I show you my new magic trick?
That's so cute. Actually, that's so cute.
And
I
they're,
love
you
that.
know, I think they're really impressive to watch. And once you know how to do them, I think you can, blow anyone's mind. So I should pick them up again.
Yeah, you should. And then we have, you can show it to me. And I don't know, at your work or something. I don't know, somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be great.
I will. Okay. I will add that to my 30 bucket list.
Yeah, learn new card tricks. Yes, please.
Yes. Well, I just said I love Rachel's fashion, and I really liked her top in this scene. It was like dark blue, velvety. So I think this episode had some top-notch fashion in it.
Yeah. I don't quite remember what she was wearing in this scene, but also at the beginning she was wearing an off-shoulder top with almost like a blouse, but then off-shoulder. Also looked very, very fancy, very, just posh, fabulous. I really like that as well.
Well, I have to say, one thing that I really did enjoy about this scene, along with, the banter that we had throughout the poker game, was Marcel.
Yeah.
I love that, when Ross was told to turn off the music and then it made Marcel angry. Aww. Marcel slammed the door.
Oh, so hard.
I thought that was peak comedy. I'm like, look at the size of that teeny monkey. Are you
so
telling
true.
me that it slammed that door with such force? So I'm just like, sometimes the writers just do something and I'm like, chef's kiss.
Yeah,
You've
true.
done it again. So that might be my Emmy winning moment for this episode.
I love that. Give the Emmy to Marcel.
Aww.
I love it. That's
yes,
so cute.
Katie the monkey deserves it.
Just
we love her
imagine
here.
the little monkey with the big eyes. That would be so cute.
Oh, how's she gonna take it home?
Yeah. Does she even have... She does have a home. I'm sorry. She does have a home. I was thinking about
She lives in the jungle.
No. But just to get back to the banter, there is one moment that really stood out to me. And I'm not sure what Chandler says exactly, but he makes a sarcastic comment. And just the way Monica looks at him afterwards, like very dreamy. And really, I was like, oh, this is the spark.
Really?
The Monica and Chandler spark is happening right now because she looked very, very, very dreamy.
Wow.
It was cute.
Well, I wonder whether that was even planned.
No, I don't think so. But
Was
it
it
was
Courtney Cox falling in love with Matthew Perry?
Maybe. But it was just a very cute moment. She was right in the corner, so they were focused on Chandler, of course. But then you see her little face, like, oh,
Aww.
like very dreamy, cute.
Well, let's see how that relationship may or may not progress throughout the series.
So we continue with even more poker. Rachel starts to enjoy her winning streak, only to lose her mojo after she's told she didn't get the job.
Well, I think it's safe to say that this really is the one with all the poker.
Yeah, so much poker.
So much poker.
Insane.
I don't know. Maybe everyone giving this an 8.7 on IMDb just loves poker. Because I was like, okay, that's a lot of poker.
It is. Maybe they have, I don't know. I guess the thrill of it or something. Or that's familiar to people. I don't know. I'm making stuff
Everyone who
up.
watches Friends is a gambling addict.
No, I don't hope so. But lots. This started again. I was like, my God, they play every night now poker. Like, come on.
There's a lot on the line.
Why? What is?
Money.
Oh.
I think, well, I have to say, okay, maybe the poker itself seemed like a lot, but I guess the reason a lot of people like this episode is because of the banter, right? And because of the juxtaposition. Yeah, exactly. And how every character approaches the poker. Like Phoebe just continually being so bad at bluffing.
And Monica being very, very mad that she's not winning. Of course.
That doesn't sound like
I hate
Monica
this
at
game.
all.
She does say that, yeah. And then I did like Rachel's winning streak. She looked very cool.
I thought she was being so mean.
Yeah, also a little bit mean, but also I understand because then the boys were also being mean.
Okay.
I mean, Ross was like
sorry,
owning
I think
her
you mean no more Mr. Nice Guy.
or Monkey Boy, as Rachel calls him.
Aww.
But he also says the big green poker machine who owes $15 to Rachel because she owes him $15.
Those are some great bars, Christine.
Yeah, I know. But I think that Rachel's response is good. He says, again, another example is Ross says, your money's mine, Green. And then Rachel says, your fly's open, Geller.
It's a good
It's a good line.
Comeback. It's a good comeback. But I don't know why she was so focused on his fly when we really should have been focused on the fact that he was wearing 2 shirts.
Oh.
Why?
Again, is it not a 90s thing?
Is it?
I don't know. I thought so. It looked weird, I know, but...
Maybe. Let's bring it back. Or not.
No, yeah. For males, if we don't have to wear it, I'm fine. I'm good.
Oh, perfect. Well, I also was, I don't know whether to say impressed or horrified by Joey's weird analogy.
Oh, yeah.
That he used while playing poker. I fold like a cheap hooker who got hit in the stomach by a fat guy with sores on his face. Joey, that is so specific.
Yeah, and weird.
That's shockingly specific.
Yeah. Very weird. And again, having to explain, I'm out.
What's your way to say I'm out, Christine?
I don't know. Just probably I'm out.
I fold like a gently placed napkin after a delicious Michelin star meal.
That's pretty. I like that. But it needs to be, because it's a negative thing if you're folding.
Oh, okay.
So I fold like a drunk man falling down the stairs.
I fold like a broken flip phone that you accidentally snapped in half. You know what? We'll work on it. Christine.
I like yours. It's good. You sound good.
Thank you. So, in the final poker game, Ross goes head-to-head against Rachel, who puts everything on the line. Now she has nothing to lose.
But she does have stuff to lose, actually. She has a whole pile of chips.
And nothing in her purse.
No, true. She doesn't have physical money, but she does have chips. Is that how you call it?
Yeah.
Okay,
but
chips.
I think she needs to be able to pay the monetary value of those chips.
Right.
Seems like it.
Not if she wins.
That's true.
So
that's true.
I guess that's her strategy. Perhaps.
It's an interesting strategy.
Yeah.
But again, here we just see like all the friends being so supportive of each other. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Christine, if you asked me to fund your poker addiction, we might have to have a chat about it. Mm-hmm. But the fact that, like, you know, Rachel is trying to get all her money in and she's like, Monica, get my purse. And then when she's got nothing in her purse, okay, then get me your purse. Yeah. And Monica does it.
Yeah, of course. I really loved the group dynamic of the girls against the boys. Of course, the boys also really help Ross and the girls really help Rachel. I think that's very cute.
Yeah.
And that's also an overall theme within this episode, I think, is the girls against the boys. But
yes, and as I said, I don't have the best recollection of what's going to happen throughout the entire series, but I do know that girls v boys, and whether or not it should have been a recurring theme throughout the series is questionable.
Yeah.
But I know that it comes up time and time again.
Yeah.
And I think it's nice to see. Yeah, girls supporting girls, boys supporting boys, if you want to call it that. So.
Yeah. I think so. And I also really loved how they just, like film techniques or like sound effects as well. The moment when Rachel puts in all her money, of course, and then they all scooch their chairs back. Like, oh my God, something exciting happened. And then in the final moment when Ross says, what you got? When they need to show their cards. And there's this Western kind of cowboy music and zooming in on their faces. And I was like, oh, this is so exciting. Who's gonna win?
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, I love that. That's really well done, I think.
Well, I think we know who was going to win.
Of course, Ross is a wuss.
Yeah.
Well, or maybe not a wuss, but he was very sweet to let her win.
Well, I don't know. I'm in two minds about it. I get that, like, she's had a very bad day and you want to make her feel good, but then just fold early and let her take the small pot of money. You know, she already had a decent amount with just the chips when he folded for the first time. Don't go back and give her your life savings, you know?
Yeah, also true. I guess also true, but maybe, he just wanted to make her feel like she really won. But because now he folded and it wasn't a real battle, and now in how it played out, it was like a real fight in a way. Of course, it was faked because he didn't show his card, but I do understand. I think it's very cute of him to let her win.
Well, actually, the internet tells me, friend's fact, that he I thought that he would have had a good hand of cards, but I think he actually played to lose. So it doesn't matter because it says like apparently his cards are briefly visible at one point during the scene and they're rubbish. And the fact that he had a bad starting hand and also only changed one card, it means that he wasn't really trying to win at all.
Not really trying. Yeah.
So, yeah, in the end, he was going to lose whether he actually lost or he said he lost.
But then why did they fight about the cards?
Who knows? Who knows? Also, the guys would have been able to see what cards he had, but they were standing right behind him.
Yeah,
so.
They could look into his hands. Yeah, also true. So...
Well, Rachel got a decent amount of money at the end of it. So, friends fact, the ending poker hand between Ross and Rachel culminates in a pot of roughly $130 to $140.
Wow, that's not bad.
Which is about $270 in today's money.
Oh, so, wow, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's good.
She can go buy herself a nice pair of boots for that.
Yeah. So, this episode finishes with a heated game of Pictionary in which Monica is surprisingly allowed to play.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I get why maybe they didn't want her to play because we see she does have a competitive streak, but she's a good artist.
Well, the bird looked like a plane.
The bird looked like a bird, Christine.
No, it looked like a plane. And the hand is just...
How many planes have you seen with wings?
No, true, but just the shape of it. And I guess the
actually,
positioning.
That was a really stupid thing to say. All planes have wings. I'm so sorry.
I didn't even realize it. But no, yeah. It could have been better.
Okay, I'd like to see you try.
I would draw it like the Twitter logo. The old one, not the new one.
X.
Yeah, no, but and the hand is just tracing her own hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe the bye-bye wasn't very good, but I also don't know how you would...
Bye-bye birdie!
It was a hard clue. I wouldn't have got it because I don't know what Bye-bye birdie is. I think it's an old movie.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, but the bean... The unbearable
lightness of being.
That was also
so easy.
So far-fetched.
So easy.
But I did love the movement of Joey. When he knows it and he's like, wah! He's just like moving with his fingers and it's I cannot show you guys when you are listening, but just imagine, just watch the episode and see him like, I know, and then he says, of course, the answer. But that's really funny.
Well, you know what? That was a far stretch to suggest that he would be able to guess it. But I think sometimes you just get people, you know?
Yeah, sometimes you're on the same wavelength.
Exactly. Well, the last thing and our last friends fact for today's episode is that the DVD version of this episode does in fact feature an additional scene where Aunt Iris berates the girls from having learnt nothing from her poker lesson.
Aww.
Ah,
it is a less. Now I like her less.
I don't know. I don't know how strongly she berated them. Maybe she was just being her sassy self, and we love that around here.
True.
So, Chris, what did you think of today's episode of Friends?
I liked it, but nowadays I'm always looking for those three main storylines, and in this one I was kind of confused because, of course, we have poker. Mm-hmm. Then we have Rachel's job.
Poker?
Yeah, we have poker. But we have poker, Rachel's job, and then what?
Nothing.
Or maybe the very, very tiny bit about the relationship between Ross and Rachel.
Oh,
or something. Yeah. I was thinking that, but it wasn't very clear because the other ones were very clear with the three storylines, and now this one was like,
Well, maybe sure. I think maybe that's also why they had to call it the one with all the poker, because you know in other episodes we often talk about like, oh, they mentioned this really random thing, but I guess because the storylines are 1/3 of the episode and they're not, you can't focus just on one of them, so you just have to pick out a random thing. For this one,
it was very clear. Poker.
Indeed,
is the theme. Yeah, okay, that's true. But how did you like it? Didn't like it, or?
I mean, I liked it to a certain extent. I am not sure why it was so highly rated. I'll be honest with you, I did find it a bit boring, a bit repetitive, with all the poker. Yeah. But maybe that's just not my cup of tea. I liked the banter that we had throughout. I thought there were some really good bits of writing. Some random elements as well, like Marcel and his song didn't really play into the rest of the episode.
That's true. That was very random. But that happens a lot. Like the time they were knitting.
Oh, yeah.
Or I don't have another example, but they do sometimes add in these weird I guess just as a filler.
To spice it up. Yeah. Yeah, maybe to get to the 22-minute runtime. Who knows?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, maybe.
And overall, yeah, Ross is a wuss. So I need him to stop. No more Mr. Nice Guy. And then you fold your cards like what is it? I don't even want to say what Joey said. Let's not repeat that again.
No. But yeah, no, it was... But I do see the spark between Ross and Rachel slowly getting there, getting bigger. I think so.
Ooh,
can't wait. But I guess that's only it's gonna happen in season.
Hey!
2.
No spoilers here.
I'm sorry. Didn't say anything.
Well, Christine, you might be thinking that today's episode is over, but you will be pleased to know it's not.
Okay, tell me more.
We have a Friends of Friends of Friends.
Oh, I love those. Tell me everything.
It's listener mail time.
Yes, please.
And you know what? I wish that she had listened to this episode because we have somebody writing in from the States and we want to know all about your massive drinks over there.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I will read the subject line, and it is the one with the melted bag.
What? That sounds so weird. Was there ice cream in there?
Well, let's find out.
Okay.
So this comes from Sophie, and she writes, "Hi, Kira and Christine. I just finished listening to episode 17, so I think that was the last one we recorded, and have a ridiculous story from this week I had to write in about."
Okay.
Yes, we asked, right?
Yeah,
Last week
yeah.
for people to tell us about their week, but in particular with a cryptic subject line.
Yeah, so we had something to puzzle, to think about. Yeah, I remember.
So Christine, what's your guess for the one with the melted bag?
Well, I'm immediately thinking of a backpack with something. Maybe it was really hot outside and it stuck to the floor. You know, that really melted.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. So Sophie tells us, "I live in student dorms, and this week someone in my flat decided to microwave pasta in a plastic bag.
Oh, nay.
It melted everywhere. Ooh,
That's
set off the
awful.
fire alarm, and now our kitchen permanently smells like burnt plastic."
Oh, the smell of plastic is the worst.
What? That's not your favorite?
No, and who in the right mind would microwave plastic in a plastic bag? No.
I think a drunk student.
Oh, yeah,
is
okay. Yeah, no.
Who you'll find.
Yeah, true.
Well, Sophie continues by saying, "I also had to write in about the weird foods chat. Not me, but my best friend from back home absolutely hates strawberries."
Why?
Ooh, bold decision.
Yeah.
Bold decision. She says, "I remember I had a birthday before I knew and just saw her violently scraping strawberries off of her slice of birthday cake.
Oh, poor thing.
Now it's kind of a joke between us, so every time I see something strawberry flavored or shaped, I send her a picture because that's what you do for friends. # Team Kiki."
No. Is that in there?
Yes.
No. No, please don't. Not our followers. It's worse enough from you, and now our followers, our listeners are also doing it. Oh my god.
Well, I think she's going to get back in your good books now. She says, "Can't believe you're almost at the end of season 1. I'll keep spreading the word, and thanks for all the laughs."
Ah, that's great.
Sophie from Boston.
Cute. Love it. Thank you for your message, Sophie.
Even if your friend has some interesting taste in foods.
True, but still, we love you and we love all our listeners.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for this message. And if anyone at home wants to get in touch with us, tell us about your week in as cryptic or uncryptic terms as you like. You can find us on Instagram at FOFPodOfficial or
through our email, which is fofpodofficial@gmail.com.
Well, that does indeed officially bring us to the end of today's episode.
I had an amazing time. I hope you did too, our listeners, and Kira, of course.
In that order.
Yeah.
No, I certainly did. I will be tuning in next time, and we hope you do too. We'll be chatting about season 1, episode 19, the one where the monkey gets away.
Ooh, I already know what this is about. It's a fun one. It's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, 8.7 plus?
No, but
Okay.
still solid. Still very solid.
Well, I will tune in just to hear your amazing week story, Christine.
Okay. Can't wait.
And for everyone at home, don't forget to follow, subscribe wherever you're listening, and of course, do leave us a rating or review. It really helps others to find the show.
Thanks so much for tuning in today, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Until then, take care, and I'll just say, may the odds be ever in your favor. That's about as pokery as I get. I'm sorry. See you next time.
Bye.